Kick-Ass Confidence with Linda for women who want more passion, power, and personal style.
Welcome to Kick-Ass Confidence. This is a great day. It's the 10th of May. It's also my birthday. Evidence that you can start anything new and anything exciting at any age. So what is Kick-Ass Confidence? What's it all about? What can you expect? Well, my name is Linda. I'm your host. And as a confidence coach and stylist, I'm on a mission on this beautiful planet to equip and empower women to get up, dress up, and be the bold light on a hill that we are called to be. How I do that is to increase their confidence through the power of personal style. So on one hand, I teach women how to build a beautiful wardrobe on a budget that is customized to their body shape, to their lifestyle, to their personality, and to their budget. But at the secret heart of what we do here is that I take women by the hand and teach them how to fall in love with the woman in the mirror, because that right there is pure gold. So why do I do what I do? Well, very simply, by the time I got to the age of 17, I was launched into the world and had to join the labor force, which is a great, fantastic, another word for the marketplace, which I learned so much in with life and in corporate and as an entrepreneur. But at 17, with no car, no home, no education, no skills, no training, no clue, I did have one thing, that at the age of about 9 or 10, there was a teacher in my life by the name of Miss McBean, and Miss McBean planted a seed. My background is a dark background. I was raised in 7 or 8 different homes. I was physically abused, sexually abused. I was called ugly duckling for many, many years in a row. Abandoned, rejected, told I was in the way, I'm a burden, unwanted, told many times that there's an ugly duckling in every family and I'm it and I'll just have to deal with it. I didn't have an alcoholic father, I had 4. And again, everybody's got a story and everybody's stories count. But my world was very dark. At the age of 9 or 10, thank God I was never suicidal, never in my whole life. That's such a blessing. But it was dark, it was black, it was fearful, it was violent. It was not a good childhood. And I say this in the same breath as saying those who raised me and who did provide shelter and a roof over my head and food in my stomach over the years, they played a role as well. You can be grateful for things that happen to you in amidst a bad environment. Okay, so we'll go into that another conversation another time. But it's really important for us to understand that my past does not dictate my future, nor yours. And I have a 3-step dance with life. I believe in we got to deal and heal from our past. So we've got to deal with our shit and heal from it, number 1. Number 2, we have to invest in ourselves to overcome things and to skill ourselves up. We are designed to ever be growing and learning and changing. We went from baby to crawling to walking to running to climbing trees to swinging off the chandeliers to jumping off bridges and bungee jumping and skydiving. We're designed to move forward. But within all of that dark environment, Miss McBean was a teacher in my life whose love for color and whose passion for fashion changed my life. I didn't know then that she was planting a seed that would help me from the age of 17. She used to come in with these beautiful, colorful pink t-shirts and this wide hoop skirt and tennis shoes. She would wear red lipstick. She would wear suits and a waistcoat. I had never seen women dressed like this before. And she pulled me out of this dark, fearful corner, literally in the classroom. I used to always go to the back, never say a word, because if I did, I got in trouble. It was my experience at home. And also in my mind, it's just like stay, just maintain, just keep a low profile. Maybe you've had some of that experience yourself. And I couldn't help but be magnetically pulled toward her and her color and the textures. I remember vividly sometimes sitting on the carpet as a 9-year-old when she was teaching or she was on her little chair, and I would hope that she wouldn't see me just put my hand on the edge of her skirt just to feel what it feels like. I get quite emotional when I think about that. So having been drawn out by her unintentionally or maybe intentionally, at the age of 9 or 10, something happened. She planted a seed. She planted my passion for fashion right there and then. Fast forward to 17, I'm angry, I'm fearful, I'm confused, I'm alone, I'm isolated. My mind is full of the things that they said. All the things they said was in my head. You're a burden, you're not wanted, all the physical abuse, being molested at 13, all kinds of things that set me up for complete failure, basically. And I decided right there and then, there is one thing that I know how to do, and that's I know how to dress. And the whole premise of this business that started some years ago is what I wore got me in the door. And I'm here to tell you and to share with you the recipe that I've built for myself that has been through the help of people that have come in and out of my life. We all stand on the shoulders of giants. The recipe that I've built for myself, there's no way I can go to sleep at night and not share this recipe with other women, because confidence is not what we think it is. It's something very different. And your passion that you're looking for in life is often confused with your profession, and it can be very dangerous. It can be harmful to your self-esteem. So at the age of 17, when I went to work, I knew that I had to look at how do successful women dress. No skills, no training, no education. How am I going to compete, get a job, get a salary, pay the rent, and eat? That was my one main goal. I've never been homeless. I don't regard it as homeless. I spent one night in a car on the road waiting for my new flat, my new apartment to open the next day and meet the landlord. One night, I wasn't in a home with shelter. And that was enough to me to think, shit, I got to do something here. I got to take the one thing that I know, which is fashion. I call it the Ferrari in my closet because it takes me places. It's taking me so many places that I've got to figure that out. I've got to do it well, because I know, I've seen firsthand, I've studied these people from a young age to by the time I got to a 17-year-old, knowing that, here you go, $50 and good luck, I would have to figure it out. And I did. And that gift at 17, that was years prior from Miss McBean, changed my life. What I wore got me in the door. And friend, I'm here to share that with you. That 5 years later, 35 years later, I'm 52 today, started at 17. What I wore got me in the door. And whether you like it or not, you're in the fashion business. I'm going to say that again. You're in the fashion business, whether you like it or not. We all are visual human beings. Some are more visual than others. You can go and check out the amazing Dr. Caroline Leaf. She talks about the 7 metacognitives. There are other scientists and experts out there who will talk to you about how we learn, how we connect, how we grow, how we retreat, how we move forward. I've studied and studied and studied. I've invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in my own education to overcome the hurdles. Have I arrived? Hell no. Will I ever? No. But I am forward moving. I believe in investing in ourselves and learning and growing. And then the third step of that 3-step dance is to add value. So number 1, deal and heal, right? You've got to deal with your shit. You've got to get over it. And you've got to invest in the help and the tools to do that with experts who've done it themselves. 2, invest in yourself, upskill yourself, invest in yourself. No one can take that away from you. Personal development, business skills, training, accountability, coaching. And 3, take all of that and add value to your corner of the world, because we are designed to add value. That's why I don't believe in retirement in its traditional principles, because you stop giving, and we are designed to give. Radical generosity is a very big part of developing your personal style. Okay, so back to Miss McBean. I have enjoyed an incredible 35-ish year corporate career, mainly corporate career. I've worked and traveled 44 countries across 35 years. I've been in corporate. I've learned powerful negotiation skills. I specialized in sales negotiation, won awards in that area, worked with the likes of Adidas, Nokia, Vodafone, Pfizer, Schlumberger, World Bank, Macquarie Bank, some of the best leading brands in the world. And I thought, what am I doing here? Do they know who I am? Will they ever find out? Because, of course, it's not just what I wore that got me those roles and those positions. I worked my ass off, let me tell you something. But my mistake was I thought that I was faking it till I made it, right? I was kind of like, gotta walk in, confident, bam. I went grey at 27, okay? This went grey, all in front. I had like a Jay Leno grey patch in the middle. Like they didn't all go all over. But I went grey at 27. Signs of a very highly strung mindset, which is why I started adventure sports at a young age. And I'll tell you about that to conquer that mindset, to replace the fear with action and with power and with courage. And boy, did it produce results. So 35-year career. I was blessed at the age of about 27, around about 28, 1998, to be invited as one of 5 women on Nelson Mandela's PR and communications team for one of the first water projects called Vulindlela Water Project in KwaZulu-Natal in South Africa, where I was living at the time, and roll out this incredible, massive 1,000-man, 2,000-man marquee tented environment. And I got to meet the man himself. The 3 or 4 seconds that he shook my hand and said, thank you for the 5 of us, all of us who did the work, I felt like nobody else existed. I felt like he was only talking to me. 3 seconds with the late, great Mandela, I'm telling you something, is one of the highlights of my life. And still when I think of him, I think of the power and the courage and the humility that that man had. His humility was like I explained it, like a cologne, like a scent. It just came out of him. And so I had all of this, right? So I wanted to always get into fashion at a young age, and I thought I might get into, I don't know, working for some fashion magazine or editing, and that never happened. I got into corporate. Guess what happened? I received love and recognition and awards and accolades for my performance because I had 2 things going for me. I often had asked them, I think I applied for 1 job. The rest would just come my way. I didn't have to apply for any job. I'm coming to why this is all about confidence and personal style, right? So stay with me for a minute. So I asked them after a few years, why did I get the job? Because I know who I was up against. And they said, Linda, you look the part. You are a good ambassador for our brand. It is important that we communicate a strong, powerful, confident presentation of our brand. The rest that you don't know, we can teach you. The second thing that I did was I was out at the office first and I left last. I worked harder than anybody that I know because I knew this was my survival. I had nothing else to go on. So if I got in the front door by what I wore, fine, I can maintain that. All of my salary went to my wardrobe. I would drink Coca-Cola and a smoke for breakfast. A Coke and a smoke was my breakfast. Coca-Cola, not Coke. And before I get some messages, and I would have popcorn for dinner. All my money went to my wardrobe because A, I loved it, and B, I was teaching myself a craft that I knew was very, very important, and C, it got me jobs, it got me interviews, it got me invited to social events. I'm like, still again, do they know who I am? Like I felt like a nobody then. I'm not a nobody. If you work from home and you say, what's the point of getting dressed up? Nobody sees me. You just called yourself a nobody. So we'll be talking about that another time. So here I am, working, getting in there, learning, skilling up, being trained, going onto different projects, and it was fantastic. But here's the problem. I was confident on the outside. The outside did not match the inside. The confident Linda that walked in, that kicked down doors, that had the courage to go and try things and put her hand up and do things, with my heart racing inside and my chest going all blotchy and sweat beating down the back. Confidence and courage is not the same thing. Confidence is not something that you can muster. There's so many people out there teaching that confidence is something like you just summon, you demand it, and you just go in confident. That is not how it works. I tried that. It doesn't work. I tried it every which way. Then I started studying self-confidence. I started studying self-esteem. So my problem was this. There was a disconnect. I was achieving on the outside. I was looking the part, I was achieving the part, I was earning good money, I was traveling, I was everywhere. But on the inside, I was still that fearful girl. Abused, neglected, abandoned, told that she's in the way, told that she's an ugly duckling. Things happening every single day is like, why am I even here? Why was I born? And everybody has a story, okay? I heard this at an AI seminar. It was so well put into one sentence. Recently, I heard someone say, one of the guys, expert speakers, he said, no one sibling has the same set of parents. I find that such a succinct way to, it doesn't matter if you grew up alone with 5 siblings or 10. No one sibling has the same set of parents. We all have a very different experience as kids growing up in that environment. And so add to that 7 or 8 different homes, well, you get a very mixed bag of experiences. So I really was on a desperate mission to connect the outside with the inside, but I didn't know how. I went about it in maybe some right ways sometimes, but it never built anything sustainable, and it never helped me to connect how I looked on the outside, how people thought I was like the bravest and most confident person in the room. I am brave, but I wasn't very confident. but I wanted to connect that. And so I started studying self-confidence, self-esteem, our purpose, our mission, and I just went out and I attended events, personal development, business training, marketing, and on my own, I just found books and resources that I'm like, whatever I could get my hands on, how do I connect? And I found nothing. I found nothing that could help me connect the outside with the inside. So what did I have? I had two things. I had my self-taught expertise, but, let me say this about style. It is subjective. There's no one person on the planet that can say to you, you can't wear that. I don't agree with that. I'm a stylist. I'm a confidence coach. I can tell you right now that you put 10 designers, 10 stylists in a room and you ask them, is this the right accessory with that? Are these the right shoes? Does this go? And they'll go, yes, no, depends. You'll get 10 different answers. Style is subjective. Beauty is subjective. Yes, there are some definite guidelines without a shadow of a doubt that will help you to not look and feel like a tart, that will help you not look underdressed or overdressed. There are definite staple, essential, capsule wardrobe, stood the test of time guidelines that will help you along the way, which I'm going to share with you. But it is subjective. Rather than tell my clients what to wear, I train them to teach their eye, to remove their dependency from the fashion fads and the fashion mags, and even from people like me, to put into their hands the skills to buy the right stuff rather than just selling the stuff. That's one of the problems, and I'm going to share that with you another time. The top 10 problems that women face around body, beauty, and confidence. It's such an exciting conversation. There is good news, my friend. Style is just a skill. Style is just a skill. Like learning to drive a car might feel like you're wasting time and you're going to crash in the beginning, but soon, if you're committed to it, you get in, you practice every day, you can become your own style guru. Okay, so where was I? So I found nothing out there, right? So I dived into my source for truth, which is my Bible. I am a believer. I believe in God, the Creator, and His Son, Yeshua. I'm going to say at the same time, right alongside that, my faith is a very important part of my life. And there's also a lot of bullshit out there that is religion. It's got nothing to do with faith. That is teaching women that it is not Christian and that it is vain and that a pursuit in vanity to dress up and look beautiful. Let me tell you, I'm going to say that again. I'm calling BS on that religion out there because it is binding women in chains. It is binding them and restricting them and instilling fear in their minds and their hearts. Our spirit of beauty was designed to shine. We are called to arise and shine. We are called to get up, dress up, and be a bold light on a hill. There is nothing in the good book that says you are enough. Stop saying you're enough. You're not enough. I heard this at a church years ago in London. I'm like, why does that not sit well with me? And I went to go and see, where does it say in the word, you're enough? It doesn't. It says you're majestic and splendid in Psalms. It says you are the apple of His eye. It says you are a set-apart nation. It says you're a royal priesthood. It says all those things. It doesn't say that you're enough. It doesn't say that. So stop saying you're enough. That is a limiting statement that you're speaking over yourself. It is a worldly response to a worldly attack on your spirit of beauty. That's what it is. You are not enough. You are far more than that. More on that another time. So I dived in there, and I'm also going to say this. I don't believe that I don't like to wave the Jesus flag, and I'm very proud of my faith. I don't hide my faith, but I don't have to wave it and say it's all about, because sometimes I think a lot of us have been burned in our different faiths, right? And the Christian faith is what, like, got 45,000 denominations of the Christian faith alone. So two things on faith. There's a lot of bullshit religion out there that is coming against women's spirit of beauty, and it's downright dangerous. And I'm on a mission to fight that and to stop that. Till my last dying day that I'm given the breath to live to do this. I'm coming against that because our spirit of beauty is a gift from the Father of lights above. Second thing on my faith, I am not a preacher. I am not a scholar of the Bible. I am not anything like that. I think if they gave me a stage in church one time, they will never, ever invite me back because I will speak the truth, what I believe, what I've read from the Word. But you will not find a perfect, polished Christian here, my friend. You're not going to find anything perfect or polished here. I'm raw. I'm real. I am intentional and very, as much as responsible as I can be with what I put out there, because I take very seriously my work about women's body, their beauty, their confidence, their style. I know how it feels to look in the mirror and feel ugly. I know how it feels to be your slimmest and doing your best in life and just to see a monster. I will never forget those days. So when it comes to my faith, and it comes in every now and again with my conversations, I am not a eternal burn Christian. I am a woman with a powerful faith that means something to me. It's my relationship with my Creator. And you will hear that in different parts. Sometimes in my episodes here on this podcast, sometimes we have a Faith and Fashion dedicated chapter that we go all in on. I'm going to show you the scriptures, the beautiful evidence that God does care about what you wear. In fact, He's very specific. He's the original designer, for goodness sake. You think that He's got you dressing up every morning, sometimes several times a day, for no reason? Come on now. So on that second part of my faith, you're going to hear me say shit and a whole bunch of other things. Don't be shocked when I drop F-bombs, okay? I don't do it to shock or to impress or to be contrarian. It took me a long time to get to where I am in life, where I have achieved the space and the goal of loving the woman in the mirror. It's taken me most of my life. And I'm so grateful for that gift. I worked my ass off for it. I will teach you about how healing from people-pleasing is something that we're going to talk about. If that's something that you struggle with, you don't want to be a people-pleaser, nor do you want to be a perfectionist. I'm a rehabilitated shopaholic, a rehabilitated perfectionist, a rehabilitated people-pleaser. I'm not rehabilitating from it. I am done and dusted with that stuff. Perfectionism is going to hold you back. You don't want to. If you want to learn more about that, just subscribe here to this podcast. We're going to talk in detail. I'm going to give you tools, practical tools of what I did to break free from those chains. So back to, I couldn't find it, so I forged my own path. Through reading the Word, through studying, through going to events, through trying different things, through changing my closet, to working on, and then I decided, okay, I've got to find my passion, right? So fashion, I was organizing, I was getting involved in fashion stuff in London, alongside my corporate career. I even started a little company, and here's one of the problems with that, is that when you wrap your purpose around your profession, let me ask you a question. What do you think your purpose is in life? Maybe you're a full-time homeschooling mom. Maybe you're a CEO. Maybe you are a coach, a civil engineer. Maybe you're a project manager. Maybe you're that nurse practitioner. Maybe you are a real estate broker, an investor. Maybe you're an athlete. Maybe you are a very successful fitness and health coach. Let me ask you a question. What happens if your voice gets taken away? If your legs, if your limbs get taken away? What happens if your business gets taken away? What if stripped away from you is your ability to teach, coach, inspire, lead, help others that you think is your purpose in life? It's not your purpose in life. I want to share something with you that is directly connected to your self-confidence and your self-esteem. My favorite accessory of my whole life, that says daughter. I grew up many times hearing, because I was being raised by different people, somebody would see me. I was a cute little girl, okay? I've seen one or two photos of me. I had like blonde hair, and I was like this pale-faced, big-eyed, brown-eyed blonde. What's going on in the world? And I would say, oh, is that your daughter? I heard, no, she's not my daughter. No, that's not my daughter. No, that's not my daughter. I grew up with this, who the f am I? I'm not your daughter. And then my faith and everything else. And thank God I figured it all out with Him. And my purpose, I believe our purpose as people, as women, is to be daughter, to be loved by Him and to love Him. That is my primary purpose. If everything is stripped away from me, my arms, my voice, my legs, I'm no longer a mom, my children are not around anymore, they're, whatever. It's just me. I am a daughter of the Creator, and I believe that my purpose is to be loved by Him and to love Him, and then to learn to do my best to love others and so on around me, but to love Him and to be loved by Him. How I choose to live that out in terms of to be a singer or a songer or a surfer or a coach or whatever it is my profession. My profession is not my purpose. I'm going to do a whole podcast on this because this changed my life. So these are the things I would get pen and paper and I would talk to God. I'm like, come on, man. Like, I don't get this. And I'm trying hard to figure it out. And self-confidence, it's not working for me. What am I going to, can you help me? And He did. Now, I went on a long road, okay? Because I can be stubborn and I didn't always hear what He was saying. I'm like, I get in my own way. That's why I want to give you the fast track. I want to give you my recipe. I want to give you a shorter, easier way. Not easy, easier. To learn about increasing your self-confidence, your influence, oftentimes your income, through harnessing the power of personal style. And also later on, I'm going to talk about one business skill that changed my life, that changed my income and changed my whole career. So Suffice it to say, on my own personal journey over all of the years, I discovered the root source of self-confidence, the root source of self-esteem, how they are different and how they partner very powerfully together, and how with the third strand, that is the gift of personal style, how that can make you unstoppable. Because my friend, here's the truth. What you wear impacts everything. It impacts your mood, your money, your marriage, your pocket, your mojo, the works. And what we tend to do is we dress according to how we feel, right? Not feeling so good, slop around, especially working from home now. So working from home, I don't know if you've heard, but the pajama pandemic is over. You will not get the same results working from home in your old Uggs and your tacky tracky and that college t-shirt and wrapped up working from bed. You will not get the same results. It is the master that is Tony Robbins. He will tell you there is science out there. Go and do some Tony Robbins studying and teaching. He will tell you that when you change your physical state, it changes your emotional state. And we make decisions from our emotional state. People think, I'm very logical or I'm very relationship or rational. No. About 85 to 90% of the mind, if not more, the psychologists will tell you, is irrational because it's a subconscious is mostly where all of our emotions and our memories are stored. We've got about, if we're lucky, 10 to 12% of our mind is rational, logical, analytical. So if you think you're one of those logical people and you're like, I've got news for you. We're going to be talking about all of those things. I've been to many, many neuroscience, personal development seminars. I've been to business seminars. I've been to marketing, sales, coaching, communication, marriage seminars. Coaching. There's a place for counseling. I'm not a great believer in counseling. For sure, they play a role and they help people, but coaching is different. Coaching comes with power tools. It comes with accountability. And it says, what role did you play in contributing to this problem? Which is why I love coaching, because like, oh my gosh, I felt like a victim for a lot of my time. I didn't know. I was like, if I look around me, why am I such a screw up? Whereas I felt in my early 20s. Well, this happened to me, but I don't want to talk about it because it makes me feel uncomfortable. And I never spoke about it. Friend, on this podcast, we're going to be talking about abuse. We're going to talk about physical, sexual, emotional, spiritual abuse. We're going to be talking about boobs and bras and Botox. If you are blessed in the chest like I am, I'm a 32E and I had a breast reduction in the year 2000, for goodness sake. Okay. I come from a long line of big, buxom Scottish women, beautiful, feisty Scottish people in the Hebrides. My late great father, Don McCaskill, is like one of the original Bravehearts as far as I'm concerned. So I have spicy South African, feisty Scottish blood running through me, but you will not find anyone more passionate than me about seeing you as a woman get up, dress up, and be the bold light on a hill that you are called to be, because your spirit of beauty has gone from one end of the pendulum to the other, where maybe a long time ago, and we'll do more detailed and factual-based evidence on this another time, it was all about the outside and more lipstick and you got to wear this. Now what's happening is the pendulum is swinging the other way. I don't need to wear anything. I'm not even female, as you know. I don't connect as that. I don't feel that way. So, and that is, everybody gets to choose their own life. I have a saying, every day is Tuesday. We get to choose every day what we do with the breath of life that is given to us every morning that we wake up and go, it's a new day. So each to his own, each to her own, each to their own. What I'm here to tell you is I work with women who want to celebrate and step into the fullness of their spirit of beauty without apology, without being cocky, without being arrogant. Confidence is not arrogance. Arrogance is a condition of the heart. Humility is a condition of the heart. You can be kick-ass confident and be superbly, powerfully humble. So it is about women not now going, well, spirit, my beauty's on the inside, because you hear this all the time. Like it or you can like it or leave it. I don't have to wear that. The value is on the inside. If they don't see what's on the inside, oh, well, they can leave it. Friend, they're leaving it. That people and opportunities are passing you by. Why? Because you are communicating without saying a word, just by dressing down, wearing what you want, stopping around, because all your value you say is on the inside. You're forgetting the visual power. You respond to visual marketing all the time. You are a visual billboard for what it is that you're doing or selling. And you're always selling something. Whether you're a mother or a wife, or you're looking to go on a date and meet your future husband, whether you're a business owner, whether you're in corporate America, it doesn't matter. Whether you're an author or a singer, it doesn't matter. You're communicating something. What are you saying to the world without saying a word? And when you dress down and go, I will not dress up, I don't have to, there's no need for that, then you're saying on the outside that because it's going to look sloppy, it's going to look dressed down, no effort, no attention to detail, no spirit of excellence, people on the outside and go, that must be who she is on the inside. And that's not true, is it? No, you have inside of you expertise, skills, creativity, value. You've got passion, you've got dreams, you've got a mission. You've got skill sets that the companies and people are looking for all over the world. But they can't see inside of you. They don't know what's on the inside. That's why I've got a groundbreaking, life-changing confidence and style strategy that I call Dress to Connect. Don't dress to impress. Don't dress for success. It's dress to connect. How to learn to dress on the outside that reflects the woman on the inside is a very, very powerful style strategy that is going to boost your confidence, expand your influence. As many of my clients double, quadruple, triple your income when you start applying it. And you'll go, and all I changed is what I wore? Yes. What you wear can change your life. Change your closet, change your life. Do not underestimate the Ferrari in your closet. Do not underestimate the gift that is color. I have a lot of, I'm so excited to talk to you about this next time or the next time after that, about taking your inspiration from creation. There's color coding outside there that will help you. Women trying to figure out color is one of the most confusing, complex things. If you've done it properly and you've gone on any of these things, like depending on whether your veins are blue or green, it makes you a cool or a warm, or mine are both. And I'm white. I'm very white. And on the subject of color, we're going to talk about black as well, okay? I am not worried about saying she's a black woman, or she's a white woman, or she's an Indian woman, or she's a colored woman, or she is, and they say, people call black women a woman of color. I'm a woman of color. I'll be white. You be black. She be a little bit cappuccino. Okay. So don't come in here with all of these terms that if you hear me saying, we use the F word as well. Okay. Fat. Yes. We talk about fat because I've got a major teaching coming your way to share with you about how to go from criticizing your butt, your boobs, your bellies, your upper arms to loving your body. This is not a weight loss program. I'm not a fitness or a health coach, but I will teach you how to fall in love with your body, how to become her greatest cheerleader, and you will see the weight fall off. Beauty is an inside job, my friend, but it has to show up on the outside. Okay, so what that brings us to is I built a recipe. I designed something. I'm like, this is how I have to do it. And I started building on my self-confidence because I understood it was built on the foundation of my self-esteem. Of course, there were many events, experiences, tears, laughter, prayers, action. Let me say this about faith. Prayer is powerful, but it also says that faith without action is dead. The only thing standing between your perhaps frumpy, frustrated status quo and a confident, bold, beautiful tomorrow is action. More on that later. So let me share with you the difference between self-confidence and self-esteem, how they work, how they differ, and how when you put that together with the power of personal style, what a game changer it can be. And it's very simple, okay? I've simplified it. In lots of my, if you're interested, go to www.lindapage.com. That's PAIGE.com. You'll find what's happening. It's 10th of May. So we've got our first live event happening in the USA, in Dallas, Texas, one of my favorite places on earth. I love Texas. We almost moved there. I love America. I love the people. You guys have got a lot going for you. You've got to speak life over your country. I love that place. You've got an incredible, teachable, coachable mindset. And that's where we used to go, flying from London all the time, because America leads with having the smarts and the wisdom to say, I want to get better in this area. Who's got the results that I can learn from? Whereas Europe, here in Africa, the mindset is, you're 52, you should know that by now. It's just stupid, okay? It's just stupid. So, self-confidence and self-esteem. What's the difference? Self-confidence is rooted in the word fidere, the Latin word fidere. So, confidence is fidere, which means trust. So, self-confidence means how much trust you have in yourself, not courage, okay? How much trust do you have in yourself to go and do XYZ or write that book or go on that date or put your hand up for that promotion? How much do you trust yourself to go to this lunch and whatever it is, okay? Self-confidence is self-trust. You have to build it. I'm going to share with you on another podcast how you build it. Some of the most powerful, effective, efficient beams you can run on how to build your self-confidence. It's really good news. There's a lot here that you can instantly get results from. And so self-confidence is built. It's a muscle. You train it. If you don't use it, you lose it. You build it. And at the center of it is action. Experience is at the center of it. You have got to be okay with taking action, falling on your face, screwing up and going, oh, that's how not to do it, okay? So one of the best ways to learn is how not to do it. Action is the best teacher. And especially the lessons we pay for with money, honey, those are the best lessons in life. So self-confidence, you build it, okay? And I'm going to give you multiple streams of how to build your self-confidence. It rests, so that is a thing that you have to work on. It's built. It rests on the gift that is your self-esteem. It is given to you the moment that you were conceived in your mother's womb, that you became an actual human being. So self-esteem is your own personal evaluation of your own self-worth. So what do I think about me, my identity? Who am I? Where do I fit in, right? It's not my purpose, my profession. It's what is my purpose? Who am I? Why am I here? How do I value myself? What is my self-esteem? Okay, so it's your person. This is a given. This is a gift. The foundation, the rock that is your self-esteem, your identity, who you are as a woman, is the foundation upon which you build your self-confidence. Listen, this took years for me to find, identify, try, test, tweak, and it comes down to this. The foundation is your self-esteem, the gift of you as a woman, your spirit of beauty inside of you. Saying that you don't have to dress up on the outside because your beauty is an inside job is like saying I only have to dress up in front because nobody sees the back, okay? It's just stupid. You are a whole, beautiful, complete, evolving spiritual creature housed in a body which, by the way, is called a holy temple that houses your very soul. How then should we dress that holy temple? Another conversation for another time. Your self-esteem, the bedrock, the rock upon which you exist. And upon that, you build your self-confidence in many ways that I'm going to share with you. And I can't wait for you and I to get there because one is given and one is built. And when you get up, dress up, and you go to your closet, which God has us doing every day, otherwise, heaven forbid, we're walking around naked. And okay, maybe you do that, but it's not appropriate every day, everywhere. We get up, we dress up. And so our self-esteem is what? For me, my dressing area has been for a long time, I believe that his clothing is a covering. You know, coming out of the Garden of Eden, he could have given them mangoes. He could have given them something else. Why did he make the first sacrifice and cover them with sheepskin? There's so much purpose in that. I don't know if you have kind of figured out by now, he's pretty much a God of purpose. He doesn't really do things without much thought or without much purpose. So what happens when we get dressed there? And no, I don't ask God, what shall I wear today? I don't do that, but he's in every single part of my life. I decide what I wear. I teach myself, I learn, taught myself how to build a beautiful wardrobe. What is a capsule wardrobe? How do I accessorize? Building this on a budget, by the way, from 17 years old. I'm not a high-end designer shopper. I don't believe that we have to spend that much money to look good. I'm a Zara girl. This is Zara. My jeans are Zara. I've got 35 to 40 recommended brands that are online and in-store across the globe that I've tested in 44 countries, 43 out of 44 countries, that I'm going to share with you. And I'm excited for us to get there. But first, we've got to start with the heart. First, we've got to understand that our spirit of beauty is called to arise and shine. You can no longer be dressing down and blending into the background, my friend. You're not called for that, which is why you're frustrated and feeling frumpy, which is why you are saying no to those social dates and those actual dates that you don't want to be single, but you don't want to go there. You may want to get healthy and lose weight, but you are too scared to go to the gym or even go for a walk outside for fear of being judged. There's all kinds of reasons I'm going to break down for you, but the fact of the matter is, you have come into agreement at a certain part of your life that the world says, you're too fat, you're too small, you're too short, you're too tall, you're not enough, whatever it is, you've come into agreement with a lie that we need to break and we're going to break together. How do I know that? Because your fruit is showing that. You're not shining your light. Maybe you are that well-dressed, bold, driven personality anyway, and you're thinking, you're tweaking it a little bit. So you're just like dimming your light a little bit. Why? Because you don't want to dim her light. I've got good news for you, honey. You ain't that powerful. Only he can dim her light. Only she can dim it. You dial it up, doll. You dial it right up. You crank it up because you get up, dress up, and go and be that bold beauty that you are called to be. Don't make apology for it. It doesn't mean that you are arrogant and you're walking thinking you're the shizness. You're not. Nobody's better than anybody else. We're different. You play your game. You play to win. What does it mean to play to win? You've got to be confident to play to win, by the way. You build skills. Think about the one thing in your life that you're really confident about. Maybe it is gymming. Maybe it is something athletic. Maybe you're a singer. Maybe you're a writer. Maybe you are a project manager, an engineer. Maybe you are in the C-suite across corporate America somewhere. Whatever it is that you are really good at, cooking, baking. Why do you think you're good at it? You invested 3 things to hone your craft: time, money, and effort. You got to have skin in the game. Got to have money, honey. Investing time, money, and effort at different levels across different periods of time has made you really good at a couple of things in life. Style is the same. Time, money, and effort. Not as much money as you think. And we're going to have a Money Honey podcast all of its own. I'm going to show you where your money's going. I can't sleep at night knowing that your cash is going in the trash by how you're shopping. You're going out there shopping. It's like me trying to bake, okay, which I don't. It's like me trying to bake a velvet cake, rushing out, going to get all the ingredients and coming back and going, oh shit, what now? I don't know if I got the right ingredients. I don't even know what the recipe is. I don't know how long it must be in the oven. I don't know what it must look like on the oven. That's like shopping without a recipe. You're buying stuff and you don't know how to mix and match it or how to wear it, how to build a versatile, beautiful, predictable closet. And you've got a cluttered closet, which produces a cluttered mind. And you say, I have nothing to wear. We're going to fix that, okay? So self-confidence is built upon the rock that is self-esteem. You have to separate the two, and then you'll see the powerful partnership. Upon that, we get up, we dress up, and we walk out our front door knowing that we nailed it because we've learned that style is just a skill. You want to learn to bake, you want to learn to drive a car, you simply have to learn about style. It is simple. It is simple. There are ingredients. There's a methodology. You can switch it up. And if you think that I'm a minimalist and I've got, the 30-piece capsule wardrobe, I don't have a 30-piece wardrobe. I like variety. I like diversity. I like creativity. I like spontaneity. But I have a recipe. And that helps me to not waste money. It helps me to be able to splurge every now and again. And it helps me to be a smart shopper, a savvy dresser, and have fun with fashion. And women need to have fun with fashion. I'm going to give you a rabbi's perspective on beauty and lipstick. And again, it's not prescriptive. It's about you learning about your body shape. It's about, not hiding the parts of your body that you don't like, but by highlighting what I call your best bits. I am so excited. I can't even tell you what's coming your way. Just stay, okay? Stay and play with me. Your confidence will expand. Your influence will increase. Your income, if you apply this stuff, all of my clients who applied, those who are looking to expand their income, they do. You have fun with fashion, and suddenly you find yourself knowing what to do. Suddenly, you're the person that strangers and friends are complimenting. Suddenly, they're saying, can I go shopping with you next time? You know how awesome that is? It's showing that you have become really good at something, and somebody else wants the results that you have. So, right, where are we? Let me get back to make sure I'm on point. Self-confidence is rooted in trusting yourself. Trust, for me, is everything in life. It begins with the woman in the mirror, however. If you are not committed to you, my friend, why should anybody else be? If you criticize the woman in the mirror, let me tell you something about women in business. If you're in business, if you're leading or coaching or training or influencing anybody around you, you have no business doing that if you criticize the woman in the mirror. You have no business doing that. I used to do that. I used to train and teach. I used to run. And yet I was my own worst enemy. Those days are over. We get one life, one shot. This is not a rehearsal. What are you doing with the gift that is the breath of life, that is the calling on your heart, that is for you to step into the spirit of beauty and love and be loved and be your own biggest cheerleader and like high-five the woman in the mirror and get all sassy and sexy with her and go out there and add value. But it starts with you. It starts with your heart. We've got to push reset. We've got to clear the slate when it comes to your beauty, your body, how you speak over it, because guess what? Whether you're a mother or a grandmother or an aunt or a young mom, it doesn't matter. Kids or no kids, you have influence. And the way that you speak over your body when you go into the fitting room, when you're shopping, and the woman next door hears you say, oh my gosh, I look so fat in this. Or, oh, my upper arms, I can't wear something sleeveless. You are perpetuating the fast fashion endemic out there. You're perpetuating it. Why do you think women keep shopping? We want to look pretty. And that's not vain at all. There is nothing wrong. You are allowed to just get up, dress up just to feel pretty. That is your right. That is your gift. There is no excuse to be made for it. It also has power, though, if you want to add to that. Present yourself. I'm wearing this blazer today for a reason. I had a different outfit on earlier because I'm positioning myself. I want to focus. I want to think of, and it's giving me a little bit of pace, okay? And thank you for staying with my accent. I don't have an accent. You have an accent. I love accents. They say something very interesting about people. All that interest on the inside must be communicated on the outside. What you wear is either attracting or repelling powerful people and amazing opportunities. I'm going to say that again. What you wear is either repelling or attracting powerful people and amazing opportunities out or into your life. You get to decide. Every day is Tuesday. You've got to get dressed every day, so you may as well get good at it. You're in the fashion business, whether you like it or not, my friend. If you have any questions around what I'm saying, or you want to plug in here with us, and be sure to subscribe to the podcast, share it with your friends. You can find us at lindapage.com or send an email to support@lindapage.com, and you will find a team there who will either answer you or they'll bring your questions to me, and I'll answer them on the podcast. I'm a lover of technology. I'm not a good necessarily user of it, but I'm very grateful for technology. Technology, especially as we get older as women in our 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, we have to see it as a bridge. It's not a barrier. Technology enables us to live a life that is incredibly, amazingly creative and enabling. We can connect with people on the other side of the world. We can get on a metal bird and fly across the ocean thanks to technology to see our loved ones. We can do so much with technology. So don't be a woman who's like, I don't want to. Why I'm saying that is, on the other side of this camera that you're looking into, this video message, is a real woman with real stuff, with real shit, and with real accomplishments and dreams and all kinds of things, just like you. You've got something that I can learn from. And maybe one day we meet. Who knows? How awesome would that be? But I'm real, and I'm giving everything out of my head, my heart, and my soul to you through this podcast so that I can help you to understand self-confidence, self-esteem, the power of personal style, and how to shed your old skin, everything that's holding you back, and step into the fullness of your spirit of beauty, to step into the fullness of the calling of your life. But, beautiful woman, it starts with the woman in the mirror. It starts with accountability. It starts with you making a decision. Draw a line in the sand. Let that day be today. This is your Tuesday. Draw a line in the sand and go, this is it. I break my agreement that I made with the world, that I'm too fat, too thin, too tall, too old, too skinny, too freckly, my boobs are too big, my boobs are too small. Break that agreement and replace it with the agreement of your own words, whether you're a woman of faith, whether you're agnostic, let me just say, you are very welcome here. I appreciate that we can do life together. I look for people who are very different to me. I look for people, especially women, who are sometimes very opposite to me. Why? Well, otherwise I become a very dull, grey chick in life. I don't want to do life with people who are the same and who speak the same and who go to the same places. And no, that is not enriching. We are to come together and do life together in a multicultural, multi-universe. And on that topic, when it comes to women, at the heart of our mission here at Linda Page is to use fashion and beauty to restore the bonds and the trust between women. Women have hurt women. You've done it, I've done it. We've hurt women and we've been hurt by women. You're not the first, you won't be the last, and vice versa. It's going to happen. It's called human nature. But I invite you to join a community, a rising army, a revolution of beauty, where women have gone, that's enough. I don't want to compare myself to women anymore. I want to be my own woman, and I want to be a woman who lifts other women up. So in our community here at Linda Page, there's really only one rule. Okay, don't be a schmuck and come and sell your stuff here, okay? Because you might sell something and then in our community and then you'll make a buck or two and play the long game here with us. There's one rule here. You are not allowed to criticize your body or another body in the Linda Page community. And we're all women. You are not allowed to criticize your body or another body in this community. That's all I ask. I'm non-negotiable on that. I have stepped out with and seen every day the power of that. Some of the my favorite places on earth, some of them include the grocery store and the airport. People are not aware enough of, listen, next time you go to the grocery store, go in what you normally wear, okay? Maybe your college t-shirt, you're in your tacky, you have more eye contact with the ground, you duck in and out, hoping that nobody recognizes you, hoping that you don't bump into anybody that you know, and you shoot back home. Do you know how many missed opportunities you just created? When you could put a t-shirt on, jeans, a cute pair of earrings maybe, a dash of red lipstick. Watch how differently you're treated. Watch how differently the service comes your way. Watch how, when you wear something that is eye-catching, it's conversation starting and it's relationship building. I'll say that again. When you wear something that is eye-catching, it's conversation starting and relationship building. We are all drawn to a beautiful visual message, and that's you. You are a beautiful visual message. Successful, smart, confident women. One of the characteristics I'm going to share with you another time of the characteristics of confident women is they know to dress well because they understand human nature. They understand the psyche and the psychology behind the heart. They understand that we love beautiful things. Maybe you like to paint. You love going to the ocean. You like pretty flowers. Maybe you're a bird watcher. Maybe you're a fashion designer. Those are all pretty things. Why must you not be a pretty thing? What's so special about you that you get the gift of life and the gift of beauty and you dress it down? I don't think that that's the right thing to do. Be like saying to the Jaguar, don't have all such good spots and that beautiful coat. Like just make it a bit more gray and just like turn it down a little bit. It's like saying to the ocean, don't come with that passion and that fury and that energy to the shore and then take it away and then bring it back. And it's like saying, don't be so powerful like that. Just like dim it down. Don't say to the mountain, don't be so majestic. Don't surround us the way you do. Don't be so strong. That's what you're saying to your spirit of beauty. Tone it down. It doesn't matter. You are wrong. It does matter. It has power. It will change your life, change your closet, change your life. It goes deeper than that. Of course, putting on a blazer or a pretty dress is not going to change your life. But we start with the heart. I hope that this is landing with you somewhere. I hope that you are still with me. As you can tell, I'm excited about this topic. Friend, I spent most of my life looking at the woman in the mirror and seeing ugly. I saw no value. I saw ugly. And right up until my current day, people will come against you, your family, friends, it doesn't matter. People come in and out of your seasons of life for different reasons. All the more reason why you have to fall in love with the woman in the mirror. I know how it feels to hate myself. If you're there, and you can't see anything good, or you know you have value in a professional environment, but you don't feel beautiful, I'm here to tell you that you are. I'm here to tell you that I've got a recipe that will help you to start with the heart, that will shed your old skin and help you to step into your real skin, not the new you, but the real you. I have a recipe that I cannot sleep at night unless I share it out there, and this is for free. Nothing is going to cost you anything here. These podcasts are for free. Take it, share it, consume it, apply it. You'll find me back here next week with the next chapter, and all of it is going to be building on another. Go to lindapage.com if you're interested, and if you live in the USA and you're anywhere near Dallas in June, the 21st and 22nd of June 2024, how about we get together in person? It's called Linda Page Live, your catwalk to confidence, dress to connect. How about we spend 2.5 days together and you get to ask me all of your questions about hair, makeup, lashes, brows, microblading versus powder brows. What's the difference and why do you prefer one or the other? How to accessorize? What are the best brands? I've got teeny tiny feet. Where do I go? I'm also blessed in the chest. Where do you get your bras? And then confidence, self-esteem. I've got this business idea. I don't know where to start. I've been in business for 35 years, in corporate and as an entrepreneur for almost 20 years. I'm passionate about seeing women rise up in the marketplace. If you are a woman in business, get your beautiful butt on a plane or train or whatever and get yourself to Dallas, Texas, Dallas downtown on the 21st and 22nd of June, 2024. I'm going to light a fire on that stage and under your spirit of beauty that you're going to jump up and you'll cry, but we'll also laugh together. Your life will change. Mine did. Yours doesn't have to take as long as mine did. In 2.5 days, I'm going to give you stuff that took me years and years and years. From my heart to yours, wherever you are, whether you're watching this or whether you're listening at the gym or you're walking or you're on your way to work or you're in the car, I'm here to tell you, doesn't matter who you are, what you've been through, what your age is, what stage you are in life, whether you are married, divorced, whether you are blindsided by a divorce and you feel alone, you're not alone. Whether you are a stressed out, burnt out, homeschooling mom, you're not alone. I've been there. My greatest promotion in life was from corporate to being a homeschooling mom for 6 years. You are not alone. And another point, it is not rude to ask a woman her age. That is another worldly response to a worldly attack on our spirit of beauty. Every year that we age is a gift of life. What are we doing? Just shunning it and hiding it. And my husband jokes with me, today's my birthday, the 10th of May. I stretch my birthday out over a couple of days. And I don't mind the fact that it's Mother's Day right after my birthday this weekend. So we've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday celebrations. I remember how it feels to not feel wanted and to feel hated and to feel like a burden. I have a 4-word question that always puts me on track. It's my compass in life. You want it? What is the truth? I ask, what is the truth when I'm struggling with something? And I always get the truth. The truth is, you and I, we are called to arise and shine. Your spirit of beauty has power and purpose. You are needed in this world. This world is looking for confident, kind, successful, approachable, personable, generous women to do life with, to do business with. You are needed. You are wanted. You are here for a reason. And your spirit of beauty is at the very epicenter of that truth. That right there, my friend, is the truth about your spirit of beauty. I'm going to wrap up there. I could carry on, as you know, for much longer. Next week, we are going to be talking about dress to connect, not dress to impress, not dress for success. How exactly do we dress to connect? Let me give you some practical tips and tools that instantly can change what you're doing right now with your closet to what you want to do and how you want to feel. I'm going to give you practical tools to apply straight away that are not going to cost you money, going to help you to shop your closet, and you're going to understand early on the strategy of dress to connect and how it can communicate on the outside, the woman on the inside. I can't even begin to tell you how radically transformative that strategy was in my life. That is how the beginning part of my story I told you about an hour ago, there was a disconnect. The outside didn't match the inside. And I was like, connect. I'm like, dress to connect. Okay. Dress on the outside to connect with the woman on the inside. Then the self-confidence and the self-esteem came. And that's my 3-strand cord or 3-chord strand. How does it go? I always get those wrong. It's an unbreakable 3-strand cord. Mine, self-confidence, self-esteem, and the power of personal style. All 3 of them gifts. All 3 of them powerful tools, the Ferrari in my closet, which is my fashion, which is my personal style. Remember, fashion and style are different. Fashion is the beautiful creativity that runs down the runways every season, that is to inspire us with color and texture, and then you see them in the shops, and then you go, personal style is, remember, when you buy it off the model in the magazine or online and it arrives and you go, doesn't look like, well, you're not that 23-year-old model, honey. That's why it doesn't look like that. You can even take 2 40-year-old women who are identical, pretty much in hair color, freckles, shape. It's not going to look the same. You have unique DNA running from your fingers right through your whole body. All right, so we are going to be talking about so much. We're going to be talking about everything that you need to know about body, beauty, fashion, personal style, self-confidence, self-esteem, and the Ferrari that is in your closet. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I know you've got so many options out there. I say this sincerely, that your time is valuable, mine is valuable. Let's do life together for a while. Let me give you everything that I can that has worked for me. Let me help you to get up, dress up, and be the bold light on a hill that you know you are called to be. I'll see you next time.